Alrighty, welcome back. We're going to change it up this morning. We are on air, but the on-air sign is not on. I got Aiden. I pulled him in there early this morning. It's his first day back. We've got a car to go pick up, and it's, you know, they said first person there before 9 o'clock takes it. First person that gets there takes it. So we want to be there first to get it, but we're going to get it right now. As we're looking right here, this is the Fiero that we're going to paint. She got the paint peeling off her a little bit, but that's okay. That's our job. Jolene got her Fiat out yesterday. She's happy about that. She looks something cute in that little car. Her Werther skin in the yellow car. Woo, baby! All right, Aiden, let's go, man. Let's go pick up this car.
Right.
First come, first serve before 9 o'clock. We're going to take everybody with us because why not? Get out of the shop and go get a car. Buckle up. We're going to all buckle up. I'm not sure how long it should take us to get there. How long is it going to take us to get there? 20 minutes, it says? 20 minutes, so it should be, we'll have a little ride for about 20 minutes, and then we'll be there to pick up the car. We brought cash, did we?
Yep.
Did you know cash is king, Aiden?
Cash is king?
Cash is king. Alrighty, we're just leaving home. We had the trailer all hooked up before we took off. Obviously. If not, we got nothing to haul the car with.
It's not running and driving, is it?
I don't think so.
Ah, okay.
But it's first come, first serve, and we want it.
Fair enough.
That's basically what I can tell you. Thanks for coming early.
Hey, no worries. Excited to go get a car.
Yeah. I didn't bring no gloves or nothing.
Oh, neither did I. That's all right.
Well, I guess we're going to have to tough it out and be real men.
That's all right.
Aiden knows exactly what he's going to do when he gets back. Got the bottom of the door to weld up and the edge of the door to weld up. And that'll be his job. I'm going to run around on the Jaguar and scuff off some more rust. And where I scuff it, I'll probably end up taking some filler off. And then I'm going to put it back on. And we're going to try to get that bad boy in primer as quick as we can. And if we don't get it in primer before we start the Fiero, so be it. But I'd like to get some primer on it so we can, you know, stand back, take a look at it, and see what we've accomplished in a short amount of time. It's going to be 24 out today, Aiden.
Holy
We're
moly.
going to get some swamp ass.
It's only 10 degrees when I got up this morning. Cold.
That's what they call nipply.
Nip.
Nipply. This is our monument. Did you know that this guy right here, Borden, was our Prime Minister?
Really?
Lived in Canning?
Didn't know that.
Huh?
No.
Know that now, would you?
That was just a cool statue. A cool monument.
We had a Prime Minister that lived in Canning.
Cool.
Robert Borden.
Robert Borden.
They wanted me to run, and I said no.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Got too much work to do.
Did you notice the support Canning gives to Ukraine on the flags or on the poles?
Oh, they got tape on it now?
Did you notice that?
Oh, I did.
Huh?
That's pretty cool.
Canning's quite amazing, isn't it?
Oh, they're on it.
Canning's
Wow.
quite amazing. Newborn babies. If I got to turn somewhere, Jolene, will you let me know?
This way. So we're going the back way, like towards Jim's. And then cutting over.
Yeah, we could have got Jim to give us a hand. I don't know if Jim gets up this early or not, does he? He probably early up. Late riser, or late to go to bed and early up in the morning. Probably. Who knows? I know one thing for sure. He doesn't lay down and vape.
Learned that lesson.
Yeah. it drips. Aiden, have you been to the Wayfarer Ale Society yet in Port Williams?
No, I've been past it, never inside.
Okay, we'll have to go sometime.
Got some good stuff in there, do they?
Well, if you call beer good stuff.
Yeah.
They got good food.
Good food too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever eat pickled nachos or whatever it's called? Chicken pickled nachos. You ever eat that with barbecue sauce on it?
Man, that sounds pretty good, actually.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I order it every time.
Every time you do, that's your order.
I've ordered it every time I went there.
Cool beans.
I'm addicted.
Nachos and beer. Okay.
Yeah, nachos and beer. That's why my figure isn't doing so well.
I'm a working man. Need the fuel.
Thanks, Aiden, for the code of for the
Hey,
confidence.
it's true, though.
Vote of confidence. My daughter hit a deer a couple days ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, quite a traumatic experience.
I would
She said it was
imagine.
twitching on the hood, and it wasn't good. Went over, and the deer was still in the middle of the road. Ripped the bumper off the car, bent the front of the car up. The headlights are hanging out of it. We were there trying to, calm her down, and I kind of finished getting the bumper off so she could drive the car. And I didn't get the deer off the road yet. He was still laying there, and it was kind of dark. But I was at the back of the truck, and it's not. There was nothing funny about it whatsoever. But this car come along and ran over the deer again, and I'm thinking it probably destroyed their bumper. Like it's just too bad. It was kind of a sad thing, actually.
Sad turn of events.
Yeah, it was just kind of, we were there to, console her, and then we watched somebody else run over the damn thing. It's like Harley, the one, ran into it, but they ran over it. And luckily enough, believe it or not, she put insurance on her car before, when she did the insurance on her car, she put it for in case she hit an animal. She put that insurance on her car. I don't know if I would have done that as a young person, but she did. And I think she's going to get her car covered.
Hey, that's good though.
It is good.
Smart
I thought it was a total write-off. She wasn't going to get nothing.
Thinking ahead with our smart.
Generally, it works like that. Who would think they're going to hit a deer? You know what I mean? I wouldn't have paid the extra money for animal insurance. I don't think.
Neither would I.
No,
But
but she did. I'm not sure, but she did, and it looks good on her because she's going to get her car covered. She's driving now with one headlight, no bumper, and one hanging down, looking at the ground.
not so good for nighttime driving.
Back bumper's beat off it. She's working at the church, and someone ran into the back bumper and ripped the back bumper off it.
Jeez.
So the car's looking pretty sad.
Pretty bare bones.
She's looking pretty sad.
Was she just in the parking lot with the back bumper, or was it like...
She was working, and somebody rear-ended her and took off. So it was a hit and run, but they had cameras, so they found out who did it.
Ah, okay. That's good at least.
And then she kind of made a report that someone ran into her car, and I guess they had cameras, so they knew who hit the back of the car. And the police officer asked her, "Do you want us to charge him?" It's like, why would you ask Harley if you want to charge him? Isn't that your job to charge him? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I guess they didn't want to do the paperwork. If you don't want to charge him, we won't bother.
Yeah, we'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, we'll leave it up to you. I didn't know she had that much authority, but I'm thinking that she said that she wanted her bumper fixed. She don't care what happens to him, but she'd like to have her bumper paid for. Like, she was working.
Yeah.
You can't rip the bumper off my car.
Nice for a replacement at least.
Yeah, really?
Jeez.
Wow. I don't even think she's got that dealt with yet, but she's trying.
In progress.
Man, I hope we're the first ones there.
Before 9, you said?
Before 9. First come, first serve.
Eh?
We called. You called earlier, didn't you? And it was sold.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that somebody didn't show up because we got the message Thursday before 9. First person, first come, first serve takes it. So
Okay.
we're on the road.
On the road.
You can call in early.
Call it ahead. Like. Yeah, it sounds like he had a no show with the car.
Yeah.
Just trying to get.
He just
get
wants it.
going now.
Yeah. We're gonna slow this bad boy down. Doing 80 in a 50 zone. We got pulled over when we come home from. We sold the 39 Chev. We got
Okay.
pulled over coming through town. I was doing 67 in a 50 zone. 69, he said, in a 50 zone. Anyways, he pulled us over and he let us go. He was a let us go, give us a warning, slow down. He said, the only reason I'm letting you go because your record's so good. I said, thank you very much.
He's in a good mood,
He was in a good mood.
Oh, there you go.
But I'm not saying anything else. He let us go. I gotta yield. Oh, someone took a chunk of the Tammy sign. I seen a motorbike on the internet for you the other night. You know that, Aiden?
Oh, did you?
I don't know what year or what you're going for, but it was a, what was it? It's gone already.
Oh,
It didn't take
okay.
long. It was a, what was it? Can't forget. What's that?
Triumph Daytona.
Yeah, it was a Triumph Daytona.
Daytona.
2011?
Okay, so
Like,
brand new.
like brand new. 600, 2,000 bucks.
Oh,
Needed, what'd he say? Needed to pay some bills and price for quick sale. And it sold quick.
and it's so quick.
Yeah, it was on there one night.
Holy.
Yeah,
Well, there you go. Wow.
yeah, it was nice. Like it had like the one-seater, it had the thing on the back where you could make it like look like a one-seater or have a seat on like a two-seater. It was a street bike, that's for sure.
Okay.
It was white and it had lots of sharp angles on it. It was nice.
Okay. I think my dad has a Triumph too, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I just thought it was nice because it was a Triumph. You don't see many Triumph street bikes around here.
No, not usually.
No.
It's usually
Yeah.
more classic Triumphs.
Yeah, and it looked it looked in real good shape, like brand new almost. From the picture, that is.
From the picture. Oh, okay.
We got a Camaro.
Going for a morning drive.
Now, when you see this car that we're going to get, I'm thinking the pictures aren't showing it like it's brand new.
Okay. Optimistic.
I'll be optimistic.
Okay.
Expectation leads to disappointment. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Okay. What's that, sweetheart?
It's been weird in class.
Yeah, they need to turn around. They got school to get to.
Now, schedule.
I don't want to follow them. I think I'm going to go right ahead. They'll have to wait to turn out. Am I going across this road, sweetheart?
No, keep
Gonna-
going straight.
Okay. Hope we don't scare them. We might be a little early.
Go knocking on his door. He's just
Yeah.
waking up.
First in line.
What's that, sweetheart?
We'll be first in line.
First in line. I'm not sure if there'll be a line or not. Do 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 do. Hold on. It's nice when everything's green. There's one of them pheasants that was chasing Jim.
They're a menace.
Yeah, he was out driving his Ferrari and he said two pheasants side the road. They were talking to each other and he decided to get close to them and they ran out in front of him.
Two pheasant versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He piled on the brakes and hit a pothole.
Oh,
I think it ruined his day.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Gotcha. They were playing chicken with him, were they?
Yeah, sort of.
At him.
You know the way, sweetheart?
Yep.
Good. Because I don't.
Neither do I. I've never been this far back, I don't think.
You haven't?
No, I don't think I've been this far.
We got you on the back roads?
Hey, that's cool. I get to see new places.
All right. It's funny, you know, there's roads around here that I haven't been on.
Yeah?
Yeah. But we travel this road quite a bit.
We're gonna turn left up here.
Okay. Left, Clyde. I have to go like this. Left, right, left, right. Believe me. Don't it, baby?
Yeah.
Left, right, left, right, right. This is my left hand, this is my right hand.
Just double check.
This car makes me want to turn the corner hard. You're on the other side of the line there, lady. Dirty dog. Oh, we got a roadblock ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tractor. Okay, four-way flashers on anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We're going by. We're in high pursuit. Coo, coo, coo. Ever been on this road?
Oh.
She's coming up to get the mail. Hope it's check day.
Got a few in the mail.
Huh?
Got the flag up on it.
Yeah. I was looking on the back of that truck. They didn't have her car.
Double checking for it.
Yeah.
Looking around.
You're gonna like it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Curious now.
Am I keep going straight or I turn?
You're turning right.
Turning right. Left, right, left, right. be scared. Go ahead. We must be getting close now, are we not? Safe to say you haven't been on this road either, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty nice though. Wow. Nice scenery too.
It is. The boogeyman lives in them bushes. Be hard to see anything coming out, would it not? The bush is right to the road. This is nice, isn't it?
All the buses are out this morning.
Oh yes, they're giving me a flashing light there, aren't they? Slow this bad boy down. She looks like she's excited to go to school, doesn't she? Huh?
Half asleep still.
Yeah.
Just wandering on.
Just wander across. Damn it, I could get on that big yellow bus. Nice little Chevy back there. See the black Chevy there? Get out of the way there, Crow. Not interested in hitting any birds this morning. No.
They're usually pretty good, but crows are the exception. They usually wait a bit longer.
Yeah. We've got a dysfunctional family of crows behind the shop. They're screaming all the time, aren't they, baby? Just screaming at each other, seems like. They live there, pretty sure.
Permanent resident.
Yeah, right behind the house there, right behind the shop.
Oh yeah, the one tree.
Yeah, they're screaming full time.
We're turning left up here.
Turning left.
This is the road.
Okay, cool.
And then it's 908.
Jolene's got it down pat where this car is. I can remember from Is it close by here?
I think like halfway up.
Okay, just looking at his stuff.
A few trucks.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, Aiden. You got to be a full tilt. Got to have your head on a swivel to see what everybody's got in their yard. So there might be something in there that you need.
Keep on the lookout.
You can just go in and knock on the door. Will you sell that? I've done it many times.
Yeah, just walk up.
Oh, just knock, as long as you knock on the door.
Yeah,
Don't go past the trespassing sign, jump the gate, and go in the back door. We'll knock on the front door.
Well, they probably won't want to sell you that.
Tell you what their name, tell them what your name is and what your business is, and then they'll treat you just as kind as anything. You start roaming around without any admittance while you're looking for a beating.
Not likely to get that car.
No, not likely. The best thing to do is not to touch it until you ask.
Get the permission.
Exactly.
So we're looking for 908, but this is 1016, so I think it's coming up.
Okay.
908, so it's going to be on the left-hand side.
$960. Do 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 do. I don't know how the What's that one?
60.
Right there?
No.
96908.
908.
That's right here. Next one?
That one right there.
Oh, right back there?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a truck behind us. Where am I going? I'm gonna have to. This is a bad pot. I'm gonna have to go ahead a little bit here. Look at this. I got a turnaround right here. This is Rick Rude's place. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't he know where I was? I'm gonna use his driveway. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. Rick has all kinds of old cars.
Rick Rude. Cool.
He does. He does. Owns a transmission shop. Rick Rude's transmission shop.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. You got your for any cars coming, Aiden?
No.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, we're here.
This is it right here?
Yeah.
908. I'm going to pull in. I wonder if I should pull back there. I'll just pull in here for now. We're off the road, are we, sweetheart? All right, let's walk down and see what's going on. I'll go down and give it a knock on the door. Or maybe I can knock on that door. Don't let the cat and dog out. Any moving down there? Any movement? Think I should try the other door? No. The door's open, but I'm just going to take a walk knocking down that door. See what's going on. The house is wide open. Maybe he's in the garage. I see the car.
You do?
Sure. Knock, knock! Knock, knock!
I see it back there.
How you doing this morning? Good morning. I want to buy that car.
Do you really?
Yeah. You got $200, baby? We're not even going to dicker with you. Cool.
I figured somebody would want it for panels.
Well, you know what? I like the roof on it.
Yeah.
I like the roof on it. That's basically what I like. You're into fixing cars, are you?
Used to.
Used to?
Getting away from it now.
Yeah, I like the roof on it, but then again, I like the car too. So, what do you think, Aiden?
Hey, it looks pretty cool.
Oh, she's cooler than man. She's cool. Can I ask what happened to the rest of it?
The fellow who I got it from was going to restore it.
Yeah.
And he had redone the frame onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all I wanted, was the frame.
Okay.
So I got a bunch of other pieces with it. And that's one of the pieces I don't want.
Okay. What about the hatchback? Did you have that?
I've got that.
Do you want it?
Do you want it?
Yeah, I want it.
Okay.
What about the doors or anything? Any of that stuff?
That I don't have. They were completely rotten, so.
Okay. I would take the hatch if possible.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, let's give some money, and that way he'll feel better about getting the hatch. Here.
Would you want a hood to go with that?
Definitely. Definitely. Any piece of sheet metal that would go with it, I'd take it.
There's two different styles of hoods.
Okay. I remember one had a bulge on it, or.
Yeah, that was the GT6, which is that.
Okay.
And then you had the Spitfires. They only
Okay.
had a 4-cylinder into them, so they didn't have the bulge.
Okay.
GT6 had a straight 6. That's
You
why
got some,
they
you
had
got
the
some
bulge.
stuff here.
That one there is actually a GT6.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping that.
Okay.
But there's the frame.
Okay. Cool.
That's that.
Okay.
That there is actually another window frame.
Yeah.
You want that?
You sure? If you want to get rid of it, anything you want to get rid of that sheet metal, that car, I will take. What do you got up there in the yellow with the? Is that another front end?
Yeah, another hood.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. That there, of course, is your dash.
Right on. All right, man. Here, Aiden. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you.
You're getting more than what you think.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, this is awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What do you got to haul?
We just got a U-Haul. We're just going to shove it in the back of that.
Okay.
Cool. Your name is?
Greg.
How you doing, Greg? Good. Well, I'm glad Buddy didn't come pick it up. We have a Jaguar front end, and we think it would look good on the front of that bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, don't you, Aiden? Huh? Can I just pull right down in?
Sure can.
Okay, man. Thank you very much.
Cleaned up all the doggy doos, so you don't know where we're stepping in that.
Oh, I just swipe it off and leave it where it's at. Your truck?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I wonder how am I? Can I go? Am I able to go across your lawn? No, don't do that.
What do you you say just a small trailer?
Just a small U-Haul trip. Well, I shouldn't say. You have.
You should be able to.
I just go around there and then I can go right around and cool.
Yeah, she's a little soft after you but it should be all right.
Well, I don't want to ruin anything. Like,
Nah, it's
Okay.
diameter 3 feet, so.
okay. All right, that'd be awesome. Thank you. What do you think of that boy, Aiden?
Yeah, I think she's pretty
Huh?
cool.
Isn't that pretty?
I would say so. Looks in nice shape, actually, too. Cool.
Huh? Run over here first thing in the morning to get that.
Oh, well worth it, I would say.
Make something out of it, you know.
Hey.
What can I say? I'm happy to get that. Haven't got the glass, but. What's that? Yeah. He's keeping it for something. I'll meet you down there. Tell me if I do anything wrong.
Oh, yeah.
All right, up front wheel. I hope I can get around here. Ooh. If I get around this, I'll be good. Look at that now, would you?
Spot on.
Let's go, Aiden. Let's go grab that bad boy.
Oh, get over.
Time to go to work, he says. You had a no-show on the first guy, eh? Oh, shitty. Well, probably not a good thing. He's in the hospital.
No.
All right, I wonder if we can pick this bad boy up.
Not the real one.
Are you going to help us? All right. I'll grab the back. See if let's just drag it over first. Aiden, want to grab the back of this bad boy? Help me drag it over instead of us picking it up. So, these had a frame and everything, they weren't unibody?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's heave ho again, man. Just dug in there for some reason. Didn't know that. Never had one. Don't hurt yourself. Don't smash her up either. I'm going to stay a little bit. Okay, I just want to stir it up a little bit. Gonna fit in there, is it, Aiden?
Not quite.
Are you serious? Oh, she gonna go. Let's pick her up, so she's trying not to hit the 40 panels if possible. Huh? Aye. We're gonna straighten her out.
Yeah, hold your side a little bit.
You got that?
Out straight against.
Huh?
Against this side now.
All right, can we pick it up? Can you grab your wheel well? Pick her up.
All right.
Just let her
Yeah, you
down.
guys can let her down now.
With gas now, Aiden, buddy. Look at that. Just, what is that? An inch too wide?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just pick it up in front here. Perfect. Who knew we got the right size trailer? Good job, baby. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now, the hoods.
Yeah? Oh yeah. If you want to part with them, I'm your man.
I'll show you.
Okay. Remember you said 2 emails. I'm like, oh, yeah. Get your blood pumped first thing in the morning. Yeah, you get more fun. He gets probably all the goodies.
That there's a Spitfire. And you see the difference in the bubble.
So you're getting rid of these 2 front ends, you will?
Those two hoods, yeah?
Wow.
Those are.
You can have those two.
Hook on, Aiden. Hook on. And that one's got the bulge in it. Well, look at that now, would you? All right, I'm gonna.
Watch out.
Oh, sorry about that, Aiden. We'll stick this in the back part of the car and the other stuff in. Might tilt it up maybe. Let's pull that trunk and the rear knee. That's up there, maybe we'll lay the front ends on the back.
Got it.
We'll just turn it around this way and lay it on. I'm gonna put it down for a second.
Yeah.
And get up in here. Oh!
Ooh. Jumping.
Hope I don't have to go hospital.
Oh, shit.
Jeez. My legs weren't as long as I thought. Got a hold of her, old buddy?
Yeah.
We'll just take it up there, baby, a bit more. Should be. That wasn't so good, you know that?
The bar is just a little hot.
All right, let's do it again.
Okay.
I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah.
Okay. You restoring it, or?
Well, it would be the one that I got with that.
Okay. What was you doing with the frame of it? Restoring a car just like that? He's holding back on us, Aiden. He's holding back on us.
I guess you're goody.
That one there, all the edges aren't as good as.
What do you got, an old cedar in here? Is that a cedar?
Yeah.
Wow. You don't- No.
You feel it.
Is that right? You'd be surprised how many farmers would want that.
She's pretty rotten on the bottom.
Oh, is it? Well, them farmers are pretty good at welding things up. I'm not sure what that'd be worth, but if I was a farmer. That's cool. The roof's got a little bit of rust on it, but I'll set it down.
Yeah.
I'll do the first deal going in again.
All right.
Look at that. On this side. that crow talks exactly the same as our crow at home. Hear it? Got the exact same talk. All right, we're just going to set this back in here if we can.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We should be all right. I mean, let's face it. I mean, we wasn't expecting, and thank you very much. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah. We get it aimed the right way is what I'm thinking. Give me the trunk piece there, Aiden. I'll set it inside the car, and the window stuff.
And this one first?
Give me the window frame first, please. And thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's great. Let her go.
Got it.
I was going to lay that right inside the car, I think. We're going to check out the chassis you're going to show us?
Yeah.
I'm going to load this, put this in. All right. We'll just walk with you? All right. That's where that song came from, Walk This Way. Walk this way. Oh, okay, I seen that from the road. Oh, yeah, I was. I didn't know them had a chassis. What are you doing with the chassis? Restoring it? Okay. Yeah. Good time for you to take a look at it. Do you want any help with lifting this off? Get the water off it. Oh, you don't want to rip that. You'll have water going right straight through her. Wow, that looks in pretty good shape. Wow. I'm thinking that this is probably one of the first things that goes on these bad boys, is it?
What's that?
It's probably thinking about this is probably one of the things that go on the car, is it not? A chassis, or they usually generally stay pretty good, or what?
Usually the outriggers for the body mounts
Yeah.
is what goes on here. Those two
Is,
front ones, they've been replaced.
isn't that so simple? Like the front end, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Nothing to them.
wow. There's cool, the spring there. That's kind of cool. On the top of the rear end.
We used to use them for racing.
Yeah. And independent rear suspension in the back. Crazy. I've never seen.
Flex coupler,
Yeah.
all-time universal joint, basically.
Wow. There's another way you could do something, right? That's cool. Let us know if you ever want to get rid of it. Do you want me to help you cover it up?
Sorry.
Okay. Do you have the car that you're putting on it? Can you show me?
Kind of buried in the red.
Hey man, I like stuff that's buried. I like looking. How's that?
Yeah, probably like
Yes. Well, keep us in mind, you know. Right on.
one now. I started that 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Once in a while, I get the urge to do something to it, and
Yeah.
I'll do it, and then it'll get buried again.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm interested. So if you ever decide that you want to get rid of it, please let us know. These are cool little cars. Like, I like the look of the roof, you know. I
Yeah.
like they're cool little cars.
Yeah.
Is this one in really good shape?
I would say probably about 75.
I'm your other 25. That's cool. Awesome.
One of the worst things for these are that lip edge
Yeah.
rots away.
Okay.
I rebuilt that 2 years ago. There was nothing there.
And you went for it.
No.
You're hired. Cool.
Took me almost a week to redo it, but
Well, hey, you won.
you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right now.
Now, there is
Cool.
another one between me and my brother.
Yeah.
This one here I claim is mine. The other one my brother has.
Okay.
That one my
That'll
father
keep
actually.
you guys fighting.
Yeah.
Look at this now, would you? You got a stereo system in the garage or what? I'd blow the head right off you.
Pretty good.
Wow. Man, you got the gear.
That's the one my brother.
Okay. Can I come through here and take a look?
Sure thing. That one was taken back in the 80s. My
Okay.
father had actually bought it
Yeah.
and was planning to redo it. The original owner had it, and it had a light smuck in the front end.
Yeah.
So my father ended up buying it and was gonna fix it. Anyways,
They're sets.
life took a hold, and
I understand completely.
That's it.
Would this be an engine out of it?
that would be one. Yeah,
Okay. Mosquitoes are attacking me.
yeah, they're plentiful here for some reason.
Yeah. Well, please let me know if you decide to ever get rid of one or any of them. I'd be interested for sure. I think they're cool. Look at this now. Would you little English wheel? Isn't that cool?
Princess on
Yeah. I've never seen it that small before.
Yeah.
Cool.
bend and break.
Yeah.
Plasma cutter sitting on the front of the car.
Man. Tire changer. You got the gear. Awesome. Never seen one that small before. It'll work though. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll work.
Know anybody interested in a pipe bender?
And like what kind of pipe bender? Like just a Princess Auto one or a?
This was a heavy duty one that I bought, but I never did buy the dies for it.
Oh, okay. I think
That is on the shop right there.
okay.
That's the big ass puppy right there.
If I seen more what it was about, will it make mandrel bends? You know what I mean by a mandrel bend? You always
Oh, yeah.
with no kinks in it.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Okay. But you have to buy the dies.
Yeah.
Where would the fella get the dies?
Online.
Online. That's where everybody gets everything.
You might be able to buy The ones from Princess Auto, I don't know if they'll
Yeah.
work in it or not. They might be different. Okay, there's actually a booklet for it. Well, I paid $1,200 just for that.
I haven't got $1,200 on me, old brother.
Now that was 5 years ago.
Okay. Wow. Just want to see what it does. Okay. It will. You really. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can do the whole 9 yards.
Just need to have the dies.
The best thing about it is, if you want to do a little bit of work, which you can do,
Yeah.
you can change it over and put a hydraulic or air cylinder on.
Right on.
I would go with hydraulic because
What-
there's no air. It'll bleed.
What is the asking price on it?
Make me an offer.
Let me do a little bit of figuring it on it first. How's that?
Yeah.
I know where you live and stuff. Got your number and everything.
Yeah.
Let me do a little figuring on it and see if I actually I could use it. That's for sure.
I'll tell you this, I'll make you a surprise.
Yeah. You make me a surprise.
Give me $500, you can have it.
All right. Let me go home and think about it. And
You know where I am.
yeah, I know where you are. Oh yeah, I know where you are.
One last thing to show you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm into it.
Yum ball.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
There's what they look like.
Okay. Right on. Cool. Are you gonna have the white one and the green one? You could have. You want
White
it.
one for sure.
Yeah.
I think the other one's gonna be baby blue. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Cool.
Well, if you want to send to a good home, let us know.
I will.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chad.
Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Very much.
Back in business, man.
Oh yeah, I'll be around.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Later.
See yas. Yeah. Don't go too fast.
No.
No, I might dent the sheet metal.
Yes. Get right bounce and straight.
See you later.
Get in, chicken.
I like that car. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I like it. Them cars are pretty cool.
Yeah.
See you later. All right on that side of the garage. Not gonna rip his garage down. Probably wouldn't get that car if I ripped his garage down.
No.
I never like. You're just always surprised. I've driven by this place many times. I never realized he was into old cars. And you wouldn't realize there was a couple Triumphs in there, would you?
Nope.
Nope.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? And that white one that he has there looks to be in pretty decent shape.
Mm-hmm.
That chassis is smoking. It's
That's
really good
cool.
shape. What?
It's crazy how like narrow the
The car is?
no the chassis.
Yeah. Chassis runs down through the middle.
Yes, I've never seen that.
I don't know why we're hauling that home now. I looked at his. I guess the reason being is $200 is a cheap start. If I wanted to take that Jaguar front end that we have and shrink it down, like narrow it and put it on the front of that, that's what we're thinking. Or that's what come to mind.
$200 ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean, first come, first serve, man.
Right there.
You know, something is almost worth the $200 just to come see what he had.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a little investigation on that pipe bender, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Do a little investigation on it because I don't really know what it's worth, or like it's probably worth every penny that he's saying. I just don't know. Haven't been introduced to it yet. But it makes pipe and it looked like it made a mandrel bend, and the mandrel bend is like got no bends in it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you see pipe that's got all the kinks in it that is bent. That's
Okay,
not
yeah.
it's not a mandrel bend. A mandrel bend makes it kind of completely keeps its shape, but yet bends it.
Okay, it kind of keeps it like even or spread
Right.
out,
So
kinda.
so if you're making an exhaust system or something like that, and you go into Canadian Tire and you see them 90s that got the bends in them, got all the kinks in them, that would cut down on horsepower, I guess, like, you know, somewhat for the flow of the air.
Yeah, kind of stop it.
Yeah, exactly. And mandrel bends are suggested for optimum air, I guess. And he got real good. He gave us a hatch to it and a couple front ends, man. Huh? Can't
First
beat
come,
that.
first serve. First come, first serve.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy just to see what he has there. You never know. He might pass it up. He might let it go.
Yeah, it's a nice place too.
Mm.
Cool.
Got the gear, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Got the gear in the stereo.
You see the speakers there?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is impressive.
Well, we got the car that we were going for, and it did fit on the trailer. We're lucky about that. We're lucky about that. And thanks for coming along with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.